told. However, I could be totally wrong.
Need to do the 4 Thor rush. Do the 4 Thor rush. Ladies and gentlemen, up here, in the top right, the Blue Terran. From parts unknown, she is ZombieGrub. And over in the top left, this is not a DreamHack Lite, GameHeart Lite thing, by the way. From Infinity Gaming, the Red Terran, she is MyDarling.
Alright, TVT.
Huh. We changed a little swirly, circly thing to that awesome little gray one, or silver one. Let's see, how does this go? How is this gonna go, I wonder. I'm really
Players
excited.
discussing their favorite units at the moment. Ironically, neither of them like Terran units.
What's your favorite unit, Lorax?
Is it Warp Prism and what? My favorite unit in the game. I'm gonna go with Overlord.
Really?
Unsung Heroes of StarCraft. Have you seen an Overlord dance? It's freaking adorable. Overlord
Actually, I
dance
have,
is
yeah.
the best thing ever.
Overlord dance, the best thing ever.
It brings joy back to StarCraft. Like, people can get so stressed out and just watch an Overlord dance. It's just this unbridled, free joy emotion coming from a very large, seemingly unagile creature. It's a thing of beauty.
Have you seen the scale on those things? Those things are massive. I gotta say, my favorite unit's got to be. Oh God. I can't decide. I'm trying to decide between the Marauder and the Banshee. Because the Marauder's got the attitude, but the Banshee's got like the awesomeness of cavalry.
So it looks like both players just doing pretty normal things. We've got gas going down. First deviation here from the norm, not really that far of a deviation, is factory. But both players doing it in relatively the same spot.
Yeah, what is up? That is weird. That is
So my guess is that actually I'm not even going to venture that far of a guess.
Yeah, I'm a little curious. I think MyDarling is going to go for some Widow Mines. Should probably go into a starport after this, and then some Widow Mines for a Widow Mine drop.
My guess is both players go Banshee here. We see they're both adding on gas, and the reason I say this is the positioning of these. If we have a starport next to them, the starport is the closest distance away. This is what I was going to venture a guess for. Yeah.
Both players going Banshee.
Banshee's going, yeah.
You are right. I like that.
When I'm right, I'm right.
And yeah, I mean,
I'm always right. You know.
Never try and tell a woman she's wrong. You will not win.
Especially when she's always right.
Oh, I tried to keep a straight face in that. You know, if you told me 3 years ago I'd be casting a video game tournament for females only, I would have slapped you and said, "Liar!"
See, I make dreams happen, is what I mean.
You make dreams happen.
Along with a lot of other people, but it's good. Alright, so, big surprise that, well, Banshee on the way for MyDarling here, and Banshee on the way for ZombieGrub.
And
Cloak on the way for both players. So, alright, so let's take a moment here and ignore the fact that they're both going Banshees. Who has what to deal with cloaked Banshees? Because we know Banshees don't do anything to each other. They're just sort of like...
MyDarling has Widow Mines. That's where the edge is gonna lie. If the Banshee goes into the mineral line before cloaking, then the Widow Mine can actually do some damage. Fun fact, I don't know if you knew this, Lark. If you cloak before a Widow Mine goes off on you and you move, you only take the splash damage instead of the full damage.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You
have
to move.
Tell my Zerglings that next time I run over a Widow Mine. And passing in the night here, 2 Banshees. Neither player probably that surprised. If you look at the production tab, it's almost identical.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Both players could technically get a cancel on Cloak. Oh, MyDarling's control not the best. ZombieGrub
not yet done yet.
on attack
ZombieGrub
command.
is gonna maybe get this supply depot. So that's something. I mean, if MyDarling doesn't get anything, then that is something. But here come the Marines, and this is gonna fall. So supply depot probably not the the most likely of things, but
Yeah, Raven's on the way
picked off
for both players. And in fact, more Banshees going to and from. It's kind of... This is such a weird... This is an awesome map for TVT with Cloak Banshees.
Yep, another Banshee for Monica here, opting to go up to 2. ZombieGrub opting for the same. Banshee heading towards the natural. MyDarling's Banshee heading towards the main. Gonna be able to get a Marine kill here before cloaking.
Yeah,
so there is a missile turret in the main. Maybe gonna pick off a siege tank.
Honestly, I think MyDarling should really try and pick off a couple of Marines while Cloak, because that's
I don't think she wants to get close to the Marine, so there is potential for a scan, and Raven is now on the map, so she's gonna be careful. She's trying to return the favor on the supply depot kill there, but we'll have to pick off one more Marine. Meanwhile, the Natural is getting a little bit harassed here.
Yeah.
There's workers just pretty much everywhere, so...
Was really curious where that Raven was, just sitting back, killing off one of the other Banshees. Finished off by the Widow Mine. And if we take a look, workers killed 4 for ZombieGrub, 0 for MyDarling. But MyDarling has a base.
Yeah, MyDarling has started mining ever so slightly before ZombieGrub, and the supply is just dead even here. So it's anyone's guess where they go from here. MyDarling researching stim +1 weapons for ZombieGrub coming down as far as researching goes, and Medevac and a Viking coming out from the starport. So both players opting to move into a little bit more bio-heavy and upgrades, but Marine Tech going to be the composition for ZombieGrub, it looks like, and drop heading out for MyDarling, going to try to make something happen with a little bit of a drop play, but there are turrets here in a few spots, so we're going to see if she can just skirt by the edge of this turret, which I think she can, and get in and get some worker kills and maybe even that up.
Now, MyDarling really kind of leaving the mech behind. She's gone for bio just every game I've seen from her today. Here comes the drop now. Gonna head right into the mineral line. Gonna avoid the turret. Well, okay, she should avoid the turret.
Quite avoid the turret. But...
Almost. But, you know, this is gonna disrupt mining for forever and a day. And, you know, oh, they could have gotten that siege tank so well.
It's gonna potentially get a few worker kills.
Gonna get a lot of worker kills and possibly a Raven. Ooh, did not get the Raven.
That's pretty good pickup there. Kansas Supply Depot denies mining. Only 2 Marines lost there. If you look at workers lost, it is all evened up. So that drop definitely did its job.
Yeah, MyDarling not on point with her SCV. Either she's cutting SCVs, and I don't think she is. Well, no, she cut them. She had to cut them a little. I'm trying to look at the build.
She's 10 workers behind at the moment.
Yeah, she had to cut.
So she did a little bit. Yeah, she did get a lot of distracting there.
So not completely on point, but you know what? That third CC is on the way. For both players, but MyDarling's is significantly ahead. And now we have to really
having
see
that extra mule will be good.
Who will try and risk the gold, and who will take the safer third, because in this matchup a gold base is so much income. I mean, with a gold base,
yeah, for sure. And
with the mineral heavy production of Terran, it's going to be so much production. And a little push coming out.
Yeah,
here
I would say the location of the command centers for both players say that they're both probably going to move to the gold next.
Yep. ZombieGrub trying to pick away at that tank with that one Banshee. And here we go. A little bit of a poke here by ZombieGrub.
Yep.
Not really anything.
And meanwhile, MyDarling trying to drop here, but will be met by a Viking, and there is an auto turret here on the ground.
Auto turret.
But the medevac will make it in.
Yeah, and there's actually no more turret.
Gonna unload most of its contents there. All the Marines do get out. SCVs are pulled, but we'll see how many SCVs kills this get. She is going to lose all of these Marines at Not too much damage. Meanwhile, being ferried across here and tanks sieging the main, so
Yeah, this
gonna
is
be
an
a little bit
awkward
difficult. Gotta be
position.
careful not to lose this Raven.
But you know what? These tanks can't actually be protected from this. Oh, jeez. I was gonna say these tanks
Yeah,
can't really be
Monica losing
protected
her
from this
whole
angle.
army there.
Not the best control there. But you know what? The tanks are gone, and the medevac is gone as well. So these Marines really can't do anything else. Oh, but was an upgrade canceled? Was something? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, Monica moving out very quickly here to clean up the rest of that, and that evens things up a bit. I think if she was a little bit slower on that and those units got away, this game would have pretty much gotten completely away from her. We have a combat shield and stim done for a ZombieGrub. However, no combat shield for MyDarling as of yet, so that's going to play a huge role in this. She also is down on the tank count at the moment by only one tank, but in these Marine tank wars, it's a lot of times comes down to who has the most tanks and who sieges first.
Yeah, and the scans are going to be crucial. If we do a scan check here, actually, MyDarling has one scan. Both players have several scans. Not the best engagement there from MyDarling. But
Yeah,
you know,
but she does manage to snipe a few tanks here. Marine count very, very low, but the tank count is evened up. And this positioning from MyDarling enables her to do some very important stuff. She's basically denied the ability to go to the gold base from here. And ZombieGrub expanding down. As we can see, MyDarling is mining from the gold quite happily now. So she's able to do a little bit of a contain, and now dropping up into the main tank, sieging up there. These Marines are not going to get too much done to escape their lives, but meanwhile these tanks just don't have the support, and ZombieGrub pushes right back at her.
yeah, MyDarling really needs to regroup and maintain a position outside this third, because this third is about to be sieged up on. And immediate
As soon as you get
evacuation.
these tanks sieged, this is going to be very difficult to hold. So she did get a brief influx of income there, but my guess is she's probably going to move this base down. But I don't know if she even has enough to hold this slow crawl across the map by leapfrogging these tanks. There is a lot of production back behind
I mean,
this.
good God, look at the, even without the gold base, look at the income for ZombieGrub. It's up in 2,500 per minute. It's absurd.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a fully loaded base down here with mules and everything, so it's going to be a pretty big advantage. Combat shield's still not researched for MyDarling here. That's obviously a mistake at this point, as ZombieGrub's Marines just going to be able to trade so much more effectively. The rest of her army's moving up outside the natural, and that's pretty much going to deny any mining from here, and
there's not a lot.
MyDarling's in a pretty bad spot.
I think she really just needs to pick up the whole army and, yeah, drop right on top.
Here we go.
YOLO swag! Oh, I don't know, just not enough, I don't think. No, not enough.
Does manage to take out the tanks,
Nah,
but there's the GG.
GG. 4 tanks for your entire army.